Hey guys, my name is Joe, and this is my introductory speech, something that is a unique trait about me. So, chances are you're a fan of music, and chances are that the music you're a fan of has a music video associated with it. Maybe you're a fan of a band that uses conceptual art for their album covers. Or maybe you're a fan of the biggest names in the music industry that sell out the biggest stadiums in the country. What if I were to tell you that one band is responsible for all of those innovations and many more? My name is Joe, and the unique trait about me is that I'm a big fan of the Beatles. Now, I know what you're thinking. How does a 30-year-old guy who was born in the 80s come to be a fan of a band who, at its prime, was in the 1960s and 1970s? Well, I come from a very musical family, and I was first introduced to the Beatles by my dad. I think it was the poppiness and positivity of the creative songwriting that first attracted me to the band. The melodies and the fun lyrical choices tell stories that I think any little kid can get into, that especially that's just getting into music. As I delve deeper into their music and the general history of the band, I truly became infatuated with their writing styles. I began to learn the stories behind the songs that they wrote and how they derived inspiration from everyday things that were happening in their lives. This in turn inspired me, as it had many artists, to become a musician and a songwriter. I also used the Beatles song to walk down the aisle at my wedding, and I named my first son Jude. I think the most fascinating aspect of the Beatles was their innovations to music and the history. And I will argue that they are indeed the most important band in history, especially when it comes to the trails that they've blazed for all bands and the bands that they influenced. For example, they were the first band to do a music video. They essentially invented music videos. They were the first band to perform in a concert. So they were the first band to have a popularity to the size that they could fill an entire concert Shea Stadium arena for a stadium show. They were the first band to write a song in the third person's perspective. The song She Loves You. Now think about that for a second. It's not I love her or she loves me. It's she loves you. Third person perspective. They were the first to do it. Innovative. They were the first band to have two lead singers and also do a three-part harmony, which is very innovative in the 60s. On April 4th, in 1964, they became the first and only band to ever have Billboard Top 100 number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5 best song in the country, 1 through 5 in the US. They also are credited with inspiring some of the greatest artists in music, such as Dave Grohl from Nirvana and the Foo Fighters, Joe Walsh from the Eagles, Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys, Nancy Wilson from Heart, Billy Joel, Noel Gallagher from Oasis, the entire band, Cheap Trick, Lady Gaga. That's just to name a few. So I know that the Beatles' music doesn't do it for everybody, and not everybody is going to agree with me on some of the things that I've said, but I think that you have to at least acknowledge them as a game-changing band, a historically changing, world-changing band, whether you like them or not. And truly, that is the beauty of music. It's there to make you feel something, to take you to a place that feels like home. And this band does it for me. So thank you for listening to my introductory speech, and I hope everybody has a wonderful quarter. Thank you.